Why was Plastic Man kicked out of the Justice League?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was accused of robbery.
Okay.
Welcome to the greatest DC Comics show on YouTube. You found Fanboys Live and the Retro Review. It is great to have you here tonight. And I say to have you here with us because tonight I, Ryan Magic Lasso, sometimes known as Dan, I've learned. Dan.
I remember.
Remember Dan, the host of Fanboys Live and the Retro Review, according to AI?
Oh,
Dan, the Magic Lasso, aka the Magic Lasso.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oops.
So I'm kind of Dan, and I'm with Signature King. How you doing, SK?
I'm well.
Good. And
all my 10 fingers made it through the 4th of July.
Yay! Yay, that's awesome. And we're also joined by, it's a family show tonight because our regular cast with Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe. How are you doing tonight?
I'm fantastic. Thank you very much. And I've survived Heat Dome. Our electric grid survived Heat Dome. And so I'm a happy camper.
See, this was people excited that Shabab is...
I thought I was hearing things. I didn't know where that was.
I did too. I was like, are we having an earthquake?
When did we get fancy with sound effects?
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
We're officially a morning radio show.
All right, we're gonna have to take that little soundboard away from you, Dan.
Yes. Yeah. See what happens when Dan's in charge?
Dan's in charge.
Yep. If you're watching on the rewind, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're going to have a fun time. We'll say hi to who's in the live chat with us right now. First up is White Tiger Cool, Calm, Collected. Moobunga, White Tiger. Hope that you had a good 4th with your little tiger cub. John's Comics with Friends is here and checking in. He's happy to see Dan tonight. Yeah, we miss him too.
Yeah.
So
sad that he can't be with us.
Yeah. I did a little shopping on John's behalf today, actually.
Oh, you
so
did?
I got some surprises to send his way.
AOK's winging their way across the country.
That's right. And Jackson Roykirk is here.
Hi, Jackson. Hi, Jackson. It's me.
Look what we got.
Take things away.
I'll do it.
Okay. So did any of y'all do any comic hunting, comic shopping this last week or since the last time you were on the show?
Not me. I wish I did.
I did since last I was here. And I got this book, which is a facsimile.
Mm-hmm.
I had never seen one of these, the
toy otter covers.
The toy cover thing in person.
Don't they look real?
I saw it on the shelf. I'm like, oh my God, that really does look real.
Yeah.
So I had to get one, and because the poor Supergirl movie. But in any event, this is I want more of them, just because the way these things look.
They are pretty cool.
I need some more that have characters that I'm a little more into than her.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones that's out is Teen Titans one with Donna Troy in the red jumpsuit. Ooh, I like that one.
Jackson, I don't care about the back. Look what I could cut out. It's a little card. It's a card.
And you collect cards now.
I collect cards. I collect cards. Can I show you what a card I hit an original art card.
Wow.
I know. In a
you
DC
pulled that from a pack? You didn't just buy it?
I pulled that from a pack. It's original, signed by Adam Fields. It's gorgeous.
That is awesome.
That is neat. That's cool.
That is really cool.
Did you know?
Right?
Did you know it as soon as you saw it?
Yes, because it looks very different and feels very different. And I just, you kind of stop breathing when you hit these little gems. And I hit it out of just a little booster box, not like the expensive kind.
Is that
So
the
it's like-
DC annuals?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Annual from last year.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's like a sketch card and what I like. Oh my god, it's great.
You're gonna have to tag the artist on it so they know where their card ended up.
That's a good idea. Adam Fields, wherever
that's
you
cool.
are.
Yeah.
I treasure this. I love it. I put it in this little magnetic little mini slab, and I keep
So
it on
also
my
for
desk.
sale to Adam. He can buy it back.
Yep.
You know what? I will tell you guys. I wasn't sure whether I really liked it or not, and I put it on eBay for an exorbitant amount of money for about 5 days. And then
Okay.
I'm like, and I did get a bunch of people were watching it at that
Mhm.
price, but I took it off because like I don't want to sell it. I love it. I absolutely love it. So
Yeah. Now all those people are
Beautiful.
going, what happened to my card?
what happened to my card? Where,
My card.
where's
my
the
card?
where's the offer that person was going to send me? It's like, I
Yeah,
changed
exactly.
my mind. I changed my mind. I want it. Tee-hee.
Otherwise known as, look what you're not getting.
Look what you're not getting. So, all right, just because Jackson is here and we're talking about cards, go ahead, talk about whatever you guys
Oh my
want to
God,
talk
I think
about.
she's going to do it.
Oh yeah, I'm going to do it. It's the
Oh my
fruit
God.
that I care
I
about.
can hear it.
Well, I don't think
Here we go.
Oh,
I know. Look at this is great.
well, we can't see the cutting. We can hear it.
Okay.
There
How's
we
that?
go. There it is.
Okay. Oh, I've been working on my scissor skills. And now, there we go. There's that. Oh, yeah, this looks better.
okay.
Look at Jackson. But see, now I get to keep this. I get to keep this, the girl of steel, a handy card of her powers.
In case you forget.
I was going to say, in case you forget.
In case I forget, because actually she's one of the more forgettable characters to me. So
Then you're like, now who were her villains again?
right. I don't even.
I'd have to get that card out.
I forget. What planet was she from? Does it say where she's
Yeah.
from? On there? I don't recall.
Who's she related to again?
What's her secret identity?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is pathetic, but this is like it does list her enemies.
Mhm.
I didn't know that she had enemies of any of these people. Silver Banshee, Reactron, World Killers, Indigo, Psy, and Overgirl.
I've met the
Overgirl?
Silver Banshee in person. Truth.
And you live to tell the tale, obviously.
I did. She was actually pretty nice.
Oh, well, you got off lucky.
Not to
Yeah.
Supergirl, apparently.
No, she's married to Robbie Amell, who is
Oh, yeah.
Stephen Amell's
Yeah.
cousin, right?
Mhm.
Ooh, brother.
Yeah.
Who's his brother? What?
Brother. Okay.
Yeah.
And they were together when I went to get Robbie's autograph, and they shared a booth together selling their autograph, and you talked to both of them. So
Fun.
yeah.
Fun. Jackson, don't blame others for my failures, Jackson.
Jackson, remember this. She can accumulate a lot of comic books in 6 months.
Yeah, as soon as first day back.
Yep. I do want to say hi to Alan. Alan probably thinks we forgot about him. Hi, Alan. Hope you had a good 4th. Boom, boom, boom. And I do want to say real quick, Shabab, you said you like those Toy Otter covers. There is one coming for Wonder Woman in September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's really cool. So
Okay.
yeah, it's on a facsimile for issue 72 from volume 2.
Well, I hope they have a card that I can cut out too, because
Yes, I'm sure there will
now
be.
this does not. This is, can I still display this? Of course I can.
Mhm. You
That's
put it in a
what
bag
the
and board, you'll
bags
never
are
know. Yeah.
for.
And the
See?
board's really doing its job then.
Yeah.
Just don't get a clear board.
No
Yeah, don't
one
get a
will-
clear board.
Oh, the Shebab official collection clear board in the bag.
Uh-huh.
Great. See, so I play with it. I display it. It's a permanent part of the collection, and
There you go.
So
That's happened to me so many
another-
times. I'm like, this book, I've been looking for it. Hell yeah. What's wrong with it? The cover's completely detached.
Shabab
must have been
pedigree.
one of mine.
Yeah, right.
Shabab pedigree.
She got pedigree.
Mr. Tony, what's going on in the world of news? It seems kind of quiet because I think people are kind of waiting for San Diego.
Yeah, we did get one announcement yesterday or the day before.
Okay.
But it's Mr. Terrific spin-off series officially happening.
Okay.
But again, this is Warner Brothers, and they've said that Paradise Lost and Waller have been happening for the last 10 years, it seems like.
That's
And
true.
Not one iota of movement on there. But the looks like the director is going to be, where'd it go? Alan Heinberg.
Okay.
He did things like OC, Grey's Anatomy, and Sex and the City for some reason. And they decided, of course, this guy has all the credits to make a comic book movie. But I know what you're thinking. He did do a comic book TV show. And it did not get good ratings. He did Sandman for Netflix.
Oh.
So mediocre, but that's what they got.
I guess I should ask Shabab, did you happen to see Supergirl movie? I'm sure you didn't, but did you?
No,
I didn't think so.
No,
But you will watch it at some point, right?
Yeah, when it comes on the stream,
Yeah.
I will. It doesn't surprise me that audiences aren't liking it that much, because I just thought from the trailer it looked like what it was going to be, and oh, jeez. And now the sartorial splendor of Signature King.
Yep.
So I'm sad it's done so poorly, actually. I'm really saddened by the conversation around it relative to charges of sexism and misogyny, and then the backpedaling and the making excuses that James Gunn and Millie Alcock have done. I all of it just strikes me as really a crummy episode in DC movie history. It just, no one is acquitting themselves very well, I don't think. Well,
I mean, of course, they can't say anything bad about it. It's still in theaters. If they say, "Oh, this movie was bad," we missed whatever. If they say anything negative, whatever, they're going to lose sales they're already not getting.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think part of the problem is that they're just angry and blaming,
Somebody.
And the potential somebodies are people who haven't gone to see the movie yet. You know what I mean? So, I mean, just their anger and their petulance about it is, I think you should be out there saying, "Oh, listen, we have a lot of feedback from other people who really have enjoyed it, and we hope you give it a chance," or something like that, rather than arf, arf, arf.
What concerns me a lot that I've just recently learned, like in the last week, the writer of the Supergirl movie is also the writer for the Wonder Woman movie.
That's a disaster. That is a disaster.
Well, we'll see. Maybe not.
Well, here's what she's a first-time writer for this. And
How does she get a gig like that for your first time?
one wonders, doesn't one?
Yes.
I mean, look at the success of the first Wonder Woman movie, Patty Jenkins. I mean, she did some things. She did a few things. This wasn't her first out of the gate motion picture, and it was a home run.
Yeah, don't tell me that people won't go to see a female-led superhero movie. That's bunk.
They will.
They will.
It's absolutely
They will.
bunk.
Especially when someone starts to see it and then the word of mouth builds on it and how good it is.
Right.
Which was the first Wonder Woman movie.
Exactly. And,
Because I want to say one thing about that. Before that movie came out, all that rumor mill went all over. It's a horrible movie. It's in trouble. They don't know what to do with it. And none of that was true.
Yep.
That's happened to every single DC movie that I can remember.
Yeah.
Oh, this movie's hot garbage. DC's on fire.
They don't know what to do with it.
People are getting fired, and
it's practically uneditable. All that stuff.
yeah,
that they
you
say.
can't watch it. They're gonna refund your ticket, and then it's like, said, "Who? This movie's pretty all right."
Let's not get crazy here, Alan.
Yeah.
And we'll let's put a pin in that.
And then you're right, because people do that. The problem is nowadays we live in this society where if a movie comes out a month before the movie comes out, you're already getting Rotten Tomato scores. Oh, It's only got a 20%. Like the 5 people that saw it gave it 20%. Like I'm not going to base my opinion on that. I don't know.
Well, it's tough because I think the pre-sale stuff is a real double-edged sword for the movie studios, because it is a real-time tracker of like what people think of the trailer. It's
the trailers.
So.
I've seen some really good trailers for some really awful movies, but I've seen some really awful trailers for some really good movies. So
yeah, but that's what they've got, So they knew it was gonna they knew the ticket sales were like not keeping pace with others.
Want to say hi to Joel the Geek real quick? Hi, Joel.
Yes.
And also, I want to say that I feel that my life is better since I've given up watching trailers.
I can't. I'm a trailer junkie.
I love them.
I love trailers.
I always have too. I get a kick out of them.
I think they're getting better at trailers because they're really good at giving away movie hype, not necessarily movie story. Now, I think Supergirl was different because we all knew the story of Supergirl because of Woman of Tomorrow.
Or if you had a little card on the back of your comic, then you could take that with you, and you would know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought my real quick review of the Supergirl movie, I thought the Supergirl movie would have made a great sequel to an already established Supergirl. Not necessarily jumping off.
I just liked it because it was a coming of age story, and she's very different at the end than she was at the beginning of the movie, which sets up what I really want is a movie with Superman and Supergirl co-headlining the entire movie together. That's cool. What I really want. So
Lobo. That's all I got to say about Supergirl.
Yeah, Lobo. Yeah.
He wasn't in it very much, but when he was awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I think the challenge of Supergirl has always been is that her age. And I think, and the reason I say that is because I think the metahumans benefit from having significant others who are Earthlings. And so she never had, Steve Trevor. She, you know what I mean? So there's that groundedness that can come from that. And I see why you can't, because she's, supposedly a teenager or
she's hidden away from the world for a couple years.
Yeah. And I think it's why, to me, the character has always she's always been the back of the book. You know what I mean? She's just been a back of the book character, which is a shame. But she was created to be a Superman delivery mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
And
I thought that was a cool thing to do.
Yeah. So
she did in the original Woman of Tomorrow story. Comet was in it because we reviewed it last week, and he wasn't in the movie. So
they didn't have the horse?
Oops, spoiler. No horse.
Dang. Well, all right. I'll still watch it when it comes on streaming.
Something I want to mention too, as well, news-wise, there's a couple DC books that are going to be coming later than anticipated. Absolute Batman 24 is being delayed 2 weeks, moving from September 9th to September 23rd. Also, Absolute Batman 24 is going to ship at a price point of $4.99. Absolute Batman 24 arrives slightly oversized, while Gotham Academy First Year issue 6 is moving to August 5th. Wonder Woman Historia Absolute Edition and Batman Gotham Adventures Omnibus Volume 1 are being moved to later dates that haven't been announced yet. So that's just a little bit of some moving around of the books. I am hearing a rumor that potentially the reason, you would think, why would you delay Absolute Batman? That's like the hottest book that they have. But what I'm hearing is because of the political overtones in a city that is very much like New York City, a book arriving on September 9th maybe is not the best timing.
Not great
for
timing.
That, which is why
I didn't even think of that. Yeah.
Which is why it's being moved.
Yeah,
back
that makes
a couple
total
weeks,
sense. Yep.
SK, you have any more news for us?
Oh, Comic-Con this weekend, baby.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go have fun?
Gonna.
Good.
It'll be great.
Good.
How many books are you taking with you?
How many
This
wagons?
is a super
How
small con. I'm only taking like 4.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, super small. It's the one where David Michelin's going to be there.
Nice.
So I'm excited.
Nice. Before we get started, because this is about the part where we go into the retro review, but I think we'll probably talk about this at the end, but maybe it's worth talking about right now. And maybe, I'm sorry to put you on the spot, Shabab, maybe you could talk about it right now.
Okay.
The Comic Book Community Awards.
Oh, yes.
Because you did a nice little video that I watched.
Okay. This falls into the category of Fanboys Live and the Retro Review. We ain't too proud to beg. We just ain't. We really want to be nominated. And I don't say that just for me, but I truly believe that Ryan and Tony
And Dan.
and Dan, who have put this show on their shoulders for how many years have you guys been doing this show?
It's been a while. I
It's
don't know. It's been a while.
I came on like episode 6. So when it originally started, I came on episode 6. That was pre-COVID. Yeah, it was pre-COVID, so I don't even know.
They have carried this wonderful community and discussion, a weekly discussion about this stuff we love so much on their backs. And if you go through and look at these shows, now some of the ones that I've been on, we've had so much fun. I mean, at some point I want to do a post of our favorite hits.
Yeah.
But think about the guests that we've had, that you guys have had on this show, particularly in the last 6 months. I mean, I think if you were to look at, from artists to collectors, it really covers the waterfront. And Man Cave Comics in particular, that is an episode I would urge everyone to look at.
Yeah.
And if you don't have time, zip through to Book Show.
Yes.
And that man pulls out the most amazing comic books I've ever seen. And you will thrill to it. So that's why this show does something other shows don't, I don't think do. So there, he's showing you right now how to get to the CBCawards.com, I believe is the thing they have now. And they have made it easier. All you have to do is put in your email address and then look on the categories. You don't even have to understand which tier we're in. Mm-hmm. Just find the streaming show one, pull that, just highlight that, and then right below it, write in Fanboys and the Retro Review. And there we go. So then that means we're nominated. And I think the more nominations we get at this stage, that counts towards the final tally.
Yeah, because we want to be a finalist.
We want to be a finalist. There are usually five finalists. And I really think, even if I wasn't on this show, that this show deserves to be in that conversation and has been for a long time. So that's why we're begging. So if you go on and I'm going to keep doing it. I don't care.
Yes. You did a great video.
Well, you know what? I just showed how to get to the site, what thing to click on, and what to do. And it's easy. It's so easy.
It's so easy.
Doggone easy.
Yep.
And you'll probably see more from me and the guys going forward as we gently remind and politely request.
Listen, you guys can beg, but I'm not begging. I'm telling you.
With all those followers, Tony, my God, those people,
Tony,
I can get 100 of them to do it. It'd be worth it.
Oh, Jackson, you know what, Jackson? I'm stunned that isn't a category. We had the guy on in the chat one time last year, and we were kind of bemoaning that, golly, what about us? And so I think Dan said, well, yeah, there needs to be a category for, dioramas. And the guy said, well, I could add a category of best destruction of comic book. So, I mean, I got this, right? And so I watched with bated breath the
With breath that
announcement
is
of
bated.
the cat, and no. So maybe there should be a special write-in category.
Mhm.
Now, Ryan wants me to enter for best beard.
I do. Best beard in the comic book community, there is a category. What does it say, Tony? Something about
Best facial hair.
It doesn't say
Oh,
facial hair, but like best appearance or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's like best appearance.
Well, I tried to.
Oh, look at that.
So here's what I tried to do. So if you feel compelled.
Oh, it's most distinctive personal trademark, celebrating a visual trademark such as hands, mustache, or facial hair or hairstyle.
Listen, we'll take anything at this point. So there you go.
That's right. Please.
Please.
Please. I'm begging.
Or please.
Begging you.
Yep. Oh, the song to listen. We've got a month.
A month of songs are coming.
A month of songs.
Please, Mr. Please.
Yes.
Good.
So
Okay.
thank you all for indulging
We'll
us
mention
while
it
we
again,
get
I'm
this.
sure, at the end of the stream, just to remind you.
And every stream until we get nominated.
Yes.
So.
For the rest of our life.
Yes.
And then we promise we won't do it again.
Yeah.
really.
I promise to try to not do it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So while Tony pulls up the assist, I did the pick tonight for our retro review. We're going back to the year 2000, and it's Justice League July. So I said, well, we got to do Justice League. And poor Shabab, every link I sent her, she couldn't open. And then she woke up. She woke up one morning to like 70 DMs from me.
Right. Bling, 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 bling.
I was waiting to get blocked for as many as I sent you in a row.
After page.
Yes. But tonight we're going to do a story that Mark Waid wrote as, oh, hi, Mr. Gretzky 9966. Hope you're doing well. And Joel says, can I be nominated for showing my thumbs up? I think so.
Comic Book Community Builder Awards.
Yep.
That
is.
Mark Waid described this story that he wrote as his love letter to Wonder Woman, but it introduces a JLA villain called the Queen of Fables. And if you don't know who she is, you are familiar with this character more than likely in your life. You just didn't know that that was her name, at least in the DC universe. And it's one of my favorite stories that I've always enjoyed every time I've read it. I hadn't read it in a while until I pulled it out in the last few days, and I enjoyed it again. So I'm hoping that my friends here enjoyed it as well. But we'll get kicked off with Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe taking issue 47.
Yes, and I'll cut to the chase. I like this particular book. Kicks things off great. So Once Upon a Time. First of all, it has a great cover, which is important, which sets up the situation with Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern, and Flash in a dark and eerie forest. So we start with an image of an old book that was sent to an unnamed woman who happened, and in the dialogue she just describes that she's the last descendant of a family lineage from Germany. So the woman uses the book to try to read her son some bedtime stories, but she realizes that the stories are really way too violent for a little kid. And so she's like, maybe other story. But she suddenly hears a strange noise in the room. She thinks there's an intruder, so she yells out that she has a gun. And then she pulls back the covers and she realizes her son has been transformed into a toy doll. Eek. She is then beset by dark gremlins and a big red scary lady who seems to have been released from the book. So she is a wicked witch, and she announces that she is looking. There she is. I mean, come on. Oh, that's too scary for bedtime. She announces that she is looking for Wonder Woman. And so that jumpstarts our story. Meanwhile, Into the Woods. By the way, it's a fun little title. Stephen Sondheim wrote a musical called Into the Woods, which became a movie with Meryl Streep and all sorts of cool people. Anyway, I digress. I won't sing you the score, but anyway. Okay, so meanwhile, Kyle is trying to finish a comic book assignment when his pencils draw a big blue fist that grab at him. Another meanwhile, the Flash is in the JLA satellite, and he sees that Manhattan is quickly turning into a foreboding forest. And the JLAers basically head down to Earth to investigate and see that the city is now really an exploding, dangerous jungle. Martian Manhunter and Plastic Man are in on the act, and they are looking for clues and arguing about Batman being kicked out of the JLA, which I guess is something that happened previously in this run that I was unaware of, but I was going with it. And then, let's see, where was I? On the last panel of a page, a pair of gloved hands hold the mysterious book, which soon erupts, and the Wicked Witch announces herself to the JLA. Is that where we are?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, there it is. There's the hand. So that book, the next page, it blows up, and there she is. Now, Superman does his usual shtick of telling the witch to return the city to normal, and the witch turns to Wonder Woman and asks, "Why are these silly men talking to me? Who are these people, and why are they bothering me?" The witch tells Wonder Woman that she trapped her in the Black Forest years ago and will not do so again. So Wonder Woman has no idea what she's talking about. I didn't trap anybody. I don't know you. What's going on? The witch traps Diana in a huge skeleton, which I thought was very clever.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
And then poof, yeah, there she is inside the skeleton that she apparently cannot get out of, which is a little strange because she's Wonder Woman. But look at that art. I mean, look at the pink. That's just cool. That's just cool. The witch traps her in the skeleton and then disappears. Now the JLA is left right where they are. Green Lantern explains that this seems like the fairy tale Snow White with an evil queen. So he tells the others, the ones who are not familiar with Earth fairy tales, that they may really be up against it because the original fairy tales were far more violent and gruesome than what kids read today. Which is absolutely true. So they start to refer to the witch as the Queen of Fables, which is a cool name, I think. They used transmitters to contact Diana, who said she was left in some clearing. She's not really sure where she is. So as usual, the JLA split up to search for her. Martian Manhunter and Plastic Man find a gingerbread house where they are set upon by the gremlins, who want to drag them into the house so that the wicked woman in there can bake them in an oven, because that was really what was going on in Hansel and Gretel, I think. Meanwhile, oh yeah, look at that image of come on in and hang out with in my oven. I'm baking cookies. Yeah. So meanwhile, Flash and Green Lantern come upon a structure in the forest where they find a glass-covered coffin and Wonder Woman doing a full-on Sleeping Beauty in this beautiful full-page splash page. It's just great. So and there you go. End of book 1.
Yeah. Okay. So I will take over our middle issue. It's a 3-issue story arc here, issue 48. And I want to stop for a moment just to admire the cover, which so much looks like the last page that we just shared from Silver Hair, Bronze Age of Babe's story. And if you look close enough, you see the reflection of the JLA in the glass. Like you can see Superman in there and stuff. That's really well drawn. So,
of course, Magic Lasso is going to get the issue where you have to kiss Wonder Woman to bring her back to life.
although, in all fairness, I did let you guys pick first, and I took what was left.
True. That
Is
true. That's true.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Had your chance, Tony.
Yep.
I had my chance. And did I take
Yeah.
it? No.
Nope. So as we get started in this story, we see those hands on the first page again, holding that book. And, I think we pretty much know that it's the kicked out member, Batman. He's been let go of the League in previous issue by a vote because he was coming up. They found out he was coming up with defenses on how to stop each member if they had gone rogue. And they didn't like that. That's not teamwork.
Okay.
And he didn't tell them. They just discovered. But what Batman is doing here on these first 2 pages or so is just recapping what happened in the previous issue. Talking about once upon a time, this great and powerful sorceress magically sprang to life in the pages of an ancient book. This wicked witch used her wrath over centuries of mystical entrapment, used her fury to turn an island of Manhattan into a dark, enchanted forest, to snare and entrap her hated rival, the princess, the fairest in the land. So obviously, as Sarah mentioned, she believes that she might be wearing a different costume, but she believes that's Snow White. Also, what does not play well in Wonder Woman's favor is when she first got into this world, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? And the TV was showing a picture of Wonder Woman at the time. So that did not work in her.
That didn't help.
No. So here can you go back a page, Tony? So here we are, right where we picked up. We have 2 of the League realizing Wonder Woman appears to be dead in this glass coffin. Okay, you can go on to the next page. And Flash says he's in shock. I've seen her fight gods and she's won. How can? And Lantern saying she's cold as ice. I think that we're too late. And they're like, wait a minute. Flash is like, think of, okay, this is like Snow White. What if she's like Sleeping Beauty? And they're like, how did Sleeping Beauty wake up? With a kiss. And they're like, kiss her. And he's like, no, you kiss her. No, you kiss her. And then all of a sudden Aquaman pushes past them and says, you are of no use here anyway, not for this. As Superman has just informed me, this is a job for a handsome prince. So Aquaman kisses Wonder Woman, awakes her from her deep sleep. And Green Lantern's like, I thought you were the king of Atlantis. He's like, yes, which meant at one time I was a prince. And they check on Diana. She's awake. She wasn't quite sure what has happened to her. And they talk about how this Queen of Fables is drawing from any fairy tale that's out there. And they're like, we need to check in, with Plastic Man and Martian Manhunter. They're not answering on the comms. Well, what's happening is, yes, Hansel and Gretel. So Martian Manhunter, of course, has a huge weakness to fire. And Plastic Man is trying to stop and prevent Martian from both of them, but specifically Martian Manhunter from being thrown into this oven with all these flames piling out. And he says on the next page, I'll block the door. Just fight, John, fight. And you can see that he's even starting to melt. His back is starting to melt. That's how close he is to the flame. But the League has arrived in time. Wonder Woman throws her lasso. She stops the witch. And we get a full page splash on the next page. Those men are my friends. And then she asks Lantern for a little protection. He puts a protective dome over them as it looks like the house kind of explodes. So, New York City is now an enchanted forest. Wonder Woman can't find her embassy. And she's like, she's got me confused with a storybook character. We know nothing about her, where she came from, or what she wants. And they're like, well, what she wants is you dead. That's pretty simple. And Superman still talks about, all Superman really does is mention it's magic. And I can't fight magic. He says that a lot throughout the course of his 3-issue storyline. So, and then they start talking again about, kicking Batman out. He's like, we voted, some are saying if Batman would have been here, and the others are saying, look, we can't even stop and think about the what ifs. He's out because of what he did for us. And we decided that we need to work as a team. But they look, and he is there, as we were already aware of. And he is holding that storybook. And essentially the League is just like, well, just cut to the chase. What are you here for? He's like, because you need me. And he's like, well, Aquaman says, I see being voted out of the League didn't damage your ego any in any way. Listen to me, people are in danger. We don't have the time or the patience for you being aloof. If you've come here because you've learned something, just share it with us now. He opens up that old time storybook and the League falls instantly right into the book. We had another great splash on the next page, and I love all the different words that you're seeing surrounding the League. So they're being sucked in to the storybook. And when they land, their costumes have changed. They look more like how they might have looked within a storybook time. And there is an old huntsman that knows very well the Wicked Queen and Snow White. They start to talk to him. He even believes that Wonder Woman is Snow White. On the next page, he bows down to her, and it's not his daughter, though. And he tells the story of how the Wicked Queen and Snow White are real people. But what happened is Snow White erased them from history into the stuff of fiction in an act of atonement for the horrors that the witch had been wrought due to the queen's jealousy of her. So her only way to try to save the entire world was to make them, who once existed, seem like they were only part of a story. Now we cut over to the Queen of Fables, who has landed on Themyscira and started a lot of damage here. You call this island paradise? I wouldn't. She's looking for a king and is shocked that there's no man on this island, only a Queen Hippolyta, she's told Hippolyta, Queen Hippolyta will make you pay. And she's like, I think not. I'm not worried about her. And she's got Themyscira burning. In addition to that, at this time, Wonder Woman had a base of operations called the Wonder Dome, which was part of her embassy as well. She's taken over the Wonder Dome, and she's brought things to life, like paintings and stuff. Anything fictional she can bring to life, but things from Shakespeare to Stephen King just vanish. So the police officers are trying to figure out just what the heck is going on. And she finds some of the creatures or other people from other worlds that are living in the Wonder Dome, associates of Wonder Woman's. And she's mildly amused with them. But what really she wants is a big castle for herself, because she's a witch. She's a queen. She has to have a big castle. So that's what she wants to make out of the Wonder Dome. So we cut back to the Justice League, who are learning all about the Queen of Fables. So trapped in the book, the queen was able to grow more powerful. She draws on all of the myths and legends and fictitious stuff from around inside the storybook world. That's why the League sees a variety of monsters abroad in New York City, because she can pull all that out and bring it into real time. And as I said, the League is kind of learning about this while she's taking over the Wonder Dome and has taken over Themyscira as well. So the JLA thank the huntsmen and then kind of emerge from the book. And they're determined, they're going to fight the queen. And then once they get out of the book, you can go another page, Tony. And you can go another one too. So you see that they're rising up out of the book right now. They're like, okay, we can handle this. Batman flies off on the next page, and they're like, the book is the key. We've got to find a way to re-imprison her into the book. And then there's a quick little debate too of how we're going to find her. And they say, well, I don't think that she's going to be that hard to find. And they're like, what do you mean? And on the next page, they're like, I think she's probably on the other side of that. And it's all these demons that fly in. And that's how my issue comes to a break. Olivia, I'm so glad that you're here. I think this is a story you'll want to catch on the rewind, because it's very Wonder Woman centric.
All right.
Oh my gosh, the Wise Hermit is here. Oh my gosh, we love the Wise Hermit. Hello, Water Lily. Yeah, they do need some Zatanna help, that's for sure. And then
It's all
Mr.
magic, but they only have one magic person on the whole team.
Yes. Mr. Tony will take over the final issue of the Queen of Fables.
I'm going to leave I'm gonna start off with the cliffhanger. This ended hilariously.
Yes. True. Take us there.
I loved the ending. Totally did not see it coming. Oh, chef's kiss. The ending was awesome. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool cover too. Don't get me wrong. Very cool. Yeah, Unhappily Ever After. So here we have, New York City getting torn apart by fictional characters. Here we have Freddy Krueger making an appearance. Ghostface, Grim Reaper, all that. Big apocalypse stuff. But I think it's only funny that, fictional things can only be brought to life. So, it's a whole other story. But anyway, but yeah, here we have this big epic battle. About last issue, we left off with these. They looked like snarling, gigantic demons, but they were little tiny fairies. They were little tiny fairies. And I believe you that this was a Mark Waid love story because every shot you see Diana's rear end in it.
Oh, jeez.
So take a drink for every time you see Diana's rear end. But
God.
But I love how they made Plastic Man look in a lot of these panels.
Oh,
Just like
right out loud.
he's like, what am I gonna do? I melted at the witch's house. There's really nothing I can do.
And then in the witches era, he's like the court jester.
Yeah, right. But I do like the Green Lantern, Emerald Knight. I don't know why I thought that was really cool, but yeah. So here we have our epic battle scene. Yeah, huge. Everyone is screaming for help. Again, here we have some people yelling, "Superman, help me!" And he's like, "I'm trying. I can't do anything against magic."
We know.
Yeah.
Wine.
Superman, the broken record. So, but Wonder Woman's kind of leading the battle here, kind of giving everybody what to do. She's talking to all the Leaguers, real taking charge. She's telling the Flash, how to best save the civilians and get everyone out of here. Yeah, Flash is able to kind of outrun these little things, but it doesn't really matter because they just keep coming. And they're trying to not only get the book to the Queen, but they're also trying to prevent the Queen from knowing where the book is at the same time. So they're having to do a couple different things at once. So this is a really funny part, in my opinion. So they're getting ready to figure out a way to get these people out of here. So Green Lantern is like, oh, we'll just get some flying, Minotaurs, put some people on them, and get everybody out of town, right? And there's a really funny scene like, hey, we saved another 20 million. How many people in the city? And they're like, 8 million. You saved 20.
Yep.
Keep going.
I just thought that was hilarious. I love those little stupid lines that really don't do anything to the story, but they just goes to show how well or not well that some of these people work together. But and here we have a Ryan cameo. Did you know you were in this book?
I didn't.
You are right
Okay.
here. Tie her up with the magic.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There it is.
you made it. You
Yeah.
made,
Made
the
it
book.
in a book.
That's why they call me Dan.
The man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what's one thing that they point out here that the witch can do a lot of things, but she can't make kryptonite, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah, because that's real. So here we have everyone flying off to the Wonder Dome where Queen Fables. I don't know why, but I keep calling her Queen of Aces. She has a little, spade on her cheek. I don't know why I kept calling her Queen of Aces in my head, but anyway, she's seeing all the pets in the Wonder Dome. She says, "Oh, I wonder how you will taste." She's gonna butcher and eat a dragon. So here comes Aquaman. I'm not sure why he looks like that in a medieval fantasy realm, but who cares? Wonder Woman's here, and she uses her lasso, but it's caught by somebody, and they're able to rip it in half. And who is it? Paul Bunyan.
All the way from
Bunyan.
Minnesota.
Oh, hitting a little too close to home, is he? But yes, Paul Bunyan shows up in the DC universe, and he is a villain. Who would have thought? Wonder Woman is taken down by spiders. Aquaman is, I don't know what he's doing. But Superman is fighting what looks like a souped up Clayface. And they turn Martian Manhunter to fight again the only bad guy that has something to do with fire. So he's fighting a giant candle. Go figure. Him and Plastic Man.
Oh God.
Maybe everybody swap one space. You know, play musical villains. But so Paul Bunyan and Queen of Fables, teaming up here. We see Wonder Woman getting spun up in that spider's web. Meanwhile, the Flash is running with a book. He's running to the battle with a book. We don't know what, just a book. He's running there with a book. But here he is. He's on his way. Superman's about ready to get swallowed whole. Plastic Man is about to drown. Wonder Woman is spun up in these big webs. Can't quite reach the magic lasso. And here we have, Queen of Fables saying, you lose, blah, 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 haha. And Wonder Woman's about to turn into a spiderweb mummy. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. But it's almost over until they realize that, Wonder Woman can just pretend not to believe in these characters. Just everything's fictional.
The truth.
Yeah, see the truth. So to use the lasso on the Queen, who sees the truth that none of these characters are real, and they slowly start to dissipate. And while she is at her weakest in the next couple panels, which I thought this was pretty funny. So she's trying to run away. Wonder Woman grabs her by the ankles with her lasso, trips, falls, lands over a puddle, and sees that indeed she is ugly. Very ugly. Oh. At least to herself. I don't know. But she's thrown back into this book by the Flash. I thought it was pretty cool, right? Flash saving the day by putting her back in a book. And here we have, the end scene here. New York, back to normal, beautiful skyline, pre 9/11.
Yeah.
And what book did they put her in? The 2001 United States Tax Code Manual.
Yep. Because there would be nothing she could draw powers from inside of there.
Yep.
There's no fictional characters that she can manipulate.
That's where you're wrong. That's where this sets up the sequel where Queen of Fables comes back as an IRS agent, hits everyone with an audit. Justice Leagues go belly under because they can't get any more fun. They're way past doing their taxes. That's another story. I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but I thought that was a really
Wayne.
Yeah, right. I thought this is a pretty unique way to solve the problem. Hey, get in this book, and then she's sucked into the tax manual.
Yeah.
A true hell.
Exactly.
A true hell.
A book that only CPAs read. And
Yeah,
trust
right.
me, they're happy to leave you there.
I'd rather get sucked into Cujo. And it's over. But you're really you're right. Every time they've done it in like 3 or 4, and I missed 1 or 2 where they're talking about Batman. Here they are talking about Batman, brought the book to their attention. There was another line in there where they're talking about Batman, and Green Lantern says, "Hey, next one of you talks about Batman's non-existent plan, I'm going to punch him right in the face." Not joking. Which I thought was pretty funny, but they can't ignore it. Bruce Wayne was Johnny on the spot with the solution. He showed up when they needed him most. It worked. You can't argue with the results. But and that wraps up issue 49.
J.H. Williams III, I believe, is who is credited as the other artist, Alan. So let's talk about the Queen of Fables storyline. What did you guys think?
I enjoyed it immensely. I thought it really, first of all, the artwork throughout was amazing. It just is super fun. And I'm a sucker for twisted fairy tales, and how those can be played with, and to have our fairy tale DC heroes mix it up with grim fairy tale people it's just a lot of fun. It's very clever. And the tax code thing at the end, you're right, chef's kiss on that. That's just effortlessly funny. So a big thumbs up for me. I had no idea this existed, and I loved every page of it.
Yeah. SK, your thoughts?
In the end, I saw a plot hole. So in the end, they say, okay, she's trapped in this book. We're going to trap her in the watchtower forever. Put her in the library, put her under glass.
Yep.
Can't be bothered. Couldn't you just burn the book?
Wouldn't that be like killing, though?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't think that they kind of frown against that, I think.
Yeah, but she's not. I'm not killing her. And technically, burning a book is the legitimate way to dispose, instead of just like throwing it in the garbage. The proper way to dispose of books is to burn them. Like some people don't know, the American flag, the proper way to dispose it is to burn it in a proper ceremony. Same thing with different religious texts. Seems offensive to burn it, but that's the official way some religious texts have to be disposed of, to burn it. So technically, burning the book is the proper way to dispose of it. I don't know.
But it's not as funny. It's not as funny.
But you're right. Even that type of book is so safe to put on your shelf. Guaranteed, not one person.
No one will read it.
Yeah. Yep. It's which fate is worse.
You know what? It's really the white elephant gift for Christmas. Oh, I got the book.
So, Olivia, it's funny that you mentioned that, because Queen of Fables did make an appearance in one of the Batman Brave and the Bold comic books. And someone on this panel is going to be very happy about that comic book, because it's Batman and Shazam take on the Queen of Fables. So
about time they show him some respect.
Yeah, so that you picked up on something really good there, Olivia. So I love the story. I just thought it's fun. I think that she's a unique.
It is. She's
a unique villainess that really should be used more than she has been. It is definitely a love letter to Wonder Woman in the 3 issues. So I enjoyed it every time I read it. And like I said, I hadn't read it in a while, and I've been wanting to do this on Fanboys. So I thank you guys for indulging my craving.
Well, I think the Grimm's fairy tale stuff really is the gift that keeps on giving from a, art perspective. You've got, remember that TV show Once Upon a Time, back in 2010 or something? Yeah. That was a fun take on, that kind of stuff. And again, Into the Woods, and, you can't go wrong, really. And I think it was a great match with the Justice League, rather than just one, Batman wandering around in a,
That would be a good story. Behind that.
Yeah.
So,
and I also have to say, if you guys aren't familiar with Sabrina Von B, she portrayed the evil queen from Snow White for many years at Disney, and they fired her, idiots. But so much of her interactions with the crowd has been documented. She would roast you up and down. And
really?
She was so good. Just like search for Disney Evil Queen videos. And
okay, great.
And I mean, all of this stuff is unscripted, I mean, you have to think and stay in character at the moment that it happens. And she is so good. I mean, if they ever would cast Queen of Fables, Sabrina, without a doubt, is who I don't care if she hasn't been in any other major motion picture or television show. She is so good. So just a little recommendation.
Fun character. Really fun character.
Yeah. So cool. All right. Let's segue on over to our book show portion, and followed by a beg for more nominations. Mr. SK, how many subscribers is this SK channel looking like now?
I'm actually trending down. So.
Have you threatened them by putting out a video if they don't start subscribing?
Definitely gonna have to start considering it.
Okay.
But yeah, in terms of upcoming content, I'm going to show off a local convention. It's really small. It's in a hotel lobby, so it's incredibly small. But they have like AAA news. Yes, big news. Me and Alan made a Cover Lovers video.
Oh, you did.
I don't recall when he said it was coming out. Probably really soon. So stay tuned for that. Definitely throw a subscriber to his
I
way.
look forward to that. I really like Cover Lovers.
Yeah, we had a great time.
I look forward to yours, and I want Sarah on Cover Lovers and everything.
We're talking about it. Yeah.
Good.
I have.
Oh, comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Well, there you go.
Sub him up.
Yeah. Did you have fun, Tony? It's a fun show to do, isn't it?
It is a fun show to do. I love doing those shows, but at the same time, I also sort of dislike doing those shows because we're on focus, sidetrack. Yeah. Meanwhile, this episode that should have been like, usually a half hour, 2.5 hours later, we're finally.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
But I had fun, and I absolutely would love to do something like that again. Super fun. But yeah, in terms of a book show, so these are the books that I'm taking to Hershey Comic-Con in Hershey, Pennsylvania, to get signed. So I got some bangers here, some not so bangers, I should say. So the gem that I'm taking that I absolutely cannot wait is Doorway to Nightmare.
Ooh.
The first Madame Xanadu, signed by writer and co-creator of Madame Xanadu, David Michelinie. It's going to be great. Love it. It's like, the rest are all pretty silly. So we have the original Starfire, also David Michelinie.
I want to read that. I've never read that.
We should
do it.
Do that. Okay. I would like to be a part of that discussion.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested in that. So
it's 1976 was the date on this one. And then 2 more, and that's it. I'm only taking 4. Oh no, I got 1 more. 5. I got 5 books. And I'm taking 2 copies of Turok the Dinosaur Hunter to get signed by David Michelinie, and Bart Sears will also be there. So that's fun. And then the Superman Treasury, or Superman for All, the big Treasury one that came out recently, getting Brett Breeding to sign that one. And then Dane Jurgens will also sign it in Baltimore. So stay tuned. It'll definitely be fun. So I've never met David Michelinie before. I almost sent in some books to him for a mailing signing, but I really was like, I hesitant because this Doorway to Nightmare is a really special book to me. I don't want anything to happen to it, so I didn't want to do it. But then he announced he's coming to my town, so the comic book deities smile upon me.
So SK, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Green Lantern facsimile foil. It's coming out on Wednesday.
That looks really nice.
You love foils,
but
you don't love facsimiles.
Not a facsimile guy.
So
that's going to be a no for me, dog.
Why are you lying?
I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
People have been taking polls on this.
I saw, and I guess it's.
I won that poll though.
I think you did. Yeah,
I did. Right. Tell the nice people what you're talking about.
So in our private chat for Fanboys Live, I showed a picture of the upcoming Green Lantern foil facsimile. It's the one with all the rings.
And he's like,
yeah, that one. And in foil, I mean, that's a cool cover to start out with.
Wonderful.
But in foil, that is like, whoa, that's a showstopper. And I know that SK likes him some foil. He likes him some Green Lantern, but he does not like him some facsimile. So I did a poll and I said, will SK buy this? And the options were yes, no, or he's going to go to Hershey Park.
I picked 3. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, I'm going to Hershey Comic-Con.
Close enough.
Yep.
So, no and will go to Hershey Park. Technically both the right answer.
So Shabab, are you going to get that facsimile? You like facsimiles.
Yeah, I do. If next time I go to my shoppy If they have, I pick up stuff. I don't go every week.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's always a crapshoot
Yeah.
on what's on the wall. But if they have it, I'll get it because
Cool.
I love the way they look. I think it's great. And maybe there's something on the back that I could cut out.
Yes. Maybe you can mail away for some sea monkeys or something.
Yes.
Great. Awesome. Well, we will head over to the Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe Way. What's coming up on your channel and what do you have for a book show for us?
Okay, so on my channel, I have nothing planned other than I am thinking about ways to, again, beg for your help to get the Fanboys nominated for one of those comic book community awards. If you go over to my channel, there's a short right there with music, a beautiful Linda Ronstadt version of It's So Easy. And you'll see it's entertaining and it is easy. So I'm thinking of doing something with Lady Cop, and you two will know why. Lady Cop is of interest to the Fanboys Live and Retro Review. So keep a lookout. Book show, not that much other than I got this is a Lois Lane magnet.
Nice.
See a magnet on there.
Yeah.
And it's signed by Nick Cardy.
That's pretty cool.
Did this cover for Action Comics. So I had been rooting around on the eBay and I saw this. I've seen this before, but I didn't pull the trigger. But sometimes you're just like, yes, buy it now. So yay. And I figured out a way to frame it and store it. And the last time I was here, I talked about a Neil Adams Lois Lane book that was signed. And I said, well, I'm close. I think I only have one more Neil Adams Lois Lane book that he did the cover for that I need signed. And I got it.
Oh, and the wedding dress too.
And a wedding dress.
Yes.
Come on. So this, I believe, completes my set of Neil Adams drawn Lois Lane covers
cool.
from her run. And this is from the Neil Adams estate. And so it is from his personal collection as, bonded by them. So I'm thrilled. So almost all of the Neil Adams signed books, the Lois Lane books, came from his personal collection that the folks at Continuity Studio put up for sale one. Yes, Alan, actually, I've already planned out and it's been hard. Like,
yes.
What 10 covers?
Cover Lovers is a fun show to do, but Cover Lovers getting ready for it.
This is not easy.
No.
This is not, because I'm going to have to come up with things to say. Like, why am I picking that? Just, so yeah. So that's my books.
Okay, I'm going to do my book show. I'll also let you know in the meantime that I put links for Signature King and Silver Hair Bronze Age Babe in the description for this video. If you're not subbed up to them for some odd reason, please do so.
Please.
So if you weren't aware, we had the 4th of July recently, and my back issue of the week got us ready for that. It was a Marvel book, Captain America teaming up with Team America. I mean, how patriotic of a cover can I get with those two? So that's the current back issue of the week. Tomorrow, a new back issue of the week will drop, and I'm continuing our Justice League July theme with tomorrow's back issue of the week. Then I dropped this past week from Heroes Con. Tony, there was, I think, 7 books that I showed and 6 were signed. Wow.
Gotta check it out. That's a lot.
Including 5 of these books were Heroes Con Wonder Woman blind bag exclusives that have practically become ghost. Ghost comic books are ones that, do they even exist? Because they're so hard to find, even when they're brand new. And these books are, almost a month old, and almost virtually, when you find them on eBay, it's got this sky-high price tag with it, but I've got the complete set, and they're all signed. So check that out. You'll also see my favorite Wonder Woman comic book cover with a new autograph on it.
Oh.
So it already had 2 autographs on it. It now has 3. So check that video out. It's currently on my channel. The video dropping this upcoming week for my Lassoed Loot video I won. I was actually A-OK-ed a grand prize from this season's Omni X-Men show that No Good Comics and John's Comics with Friends do. I wanted that grand prize so bad, and I tried to win it. I didn't win. Our friend M Press Comics, Matt, won it. He's going to be on Fanboys again this month later on. So, yeah, he won it, and he A-OK'd it to me. So that's in the video that's dropping on Tuesday. I look forward to you getting the chance to check that out. Now, we'll go over to my book show. Although she is not on the cover, Queen of Fables did become the big villain in Wonder Woman Volume 3, Issue 24.
Oh.
Which talks about, at this time, fans wanted a Wonder Woman movie so badly. This came out in 2008. And they just wanted one so badly, and they were so frustrated. This story is the writer's answer to, I think it was Gail Simone, her answer to, shut up, you'll get a movie when it's going to be a good movie. So Queen of Fables is involved in this, and she's in the second issue, or the second part of the story as well. So it's 24 and 25 from Volume 3. There were no variant covers for these issues, so these are your only cover options there. And since, even though she's not on the cover, since we were talking Queen of Fables, I wanted to share that tonight for my book show.
Are they good stories?
Yes, it is a good story.
Yeah.
It is. Like I said, I just think that she's a fun character.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Uh-oh. No, it wasn't. So, yeah, 25's cover. That is pretty awesome. Pretty patriotic, too. And I do want to remind you that if you would like to share something with us, share a cover on Instagram, do your own at-home book show, use the hashtag FanboysLive and the Retro Review. Now, which one of you fine folks would like to recap the CBA Awards and voting again?
I already did it.
Okay,
they're so sick of me. I can tell.
Okay, SK, take it away.
Listen, a vote for this show for what is it? Best live stream is a vote for freedom.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Okay.
Yeah. It ensures the existence of the show in the future. Who knows? Maybe this will not getting the nomination will cause some sort of turmoil, and maybe it'll break up the band. Why risk it? Just vote for us.
There could be a rip in the
do.
fabric of time.
Mhm.
There could be some, that the superheroes are unable to mend, and we all just.
I don't want to risk it.
I don't either.
I don't think it's a good idea.
I like the way things are now.
I like this reality. Who knows? Maybe the next one, I come back as an earthworm.
Mr.
Mind.
Mind.
The dirt. That doesn't sound like fun.
You'd be Mr. Mind.
He's a caterpillar. That's different.
Oh, he's a caterpillar. Oh, okay.
How many times can you? I think it's just one.
I think it's once per email address, but honestly, we don't want to do anything that's unethical for the CBA Awards or anything. So
it's way more fun to win the legitimate way.
Yeah, it is.
Although it would be really obvious, like, wow, Fanboys Live won by a huge margin.
It just means we asked politely of our friends. We just asked politely of our friends to,
Speaking of margarine, what would it be like if all the margarine disappeared?
Probably have a lot lower blood pressure in the world.
Cholesterol levels would be fine.
Cholesterol would be
the world would be a butter place.
Oh God, Lord. Vote for us.
For more of that.
For more of that.
Voting for us is a vote for more of that.
For that.
Yeah.
It's a vote for
little
Dan.
rubber duck. See my little rubber duck?
Oh God.
Little rubber duck.
You know another word rhymes with duck? Luck. And we will have a lot of it if you vote for us.
If you vote for us. Oh my God.
Too funny.
Oh Lord.
Joel, weren't you the one who sent me that joke? I think Joel's the one who sent me that joke. Joel has been enabling me. I'm just letting you know. You should see some of my DMs.
You can't do all this by yourself.
You should see some of those DMs that Joel sends me.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Look.
He cops to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right, fine. I figured you had like a writer's room somewhere. Just, you know.
Joel is one of my writers. He's in my
Okay.
budget.
Oh my God, you guys. So who do you have on next week? Do you have a guest
do.
ready to go?
We have a return guest. So we had a first-time guest not that long ago, I think in May, and this person's coming back next week. It's Daryl Young Designs.
Oh, neat.
Yes.
Neat.
So that was a good show that he was on. And I think I can say this. I think he wants to talk about the demon.
Oh, I love the demon.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I think he wants to do for next week. So I'm looking forward to having him on.
And by the way, the last 2 weeks where you had Caroline on talking about the super, I DM'd her privately because I thought she did such a great job reading that story, and you guys gave me renewed respect for that Supergirl story.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that's her.
So,
I mean, that
she just knocked it out of the park. So.
Yeah, that's her putting
Lady
her heart
Fantastic was fantastic.
She lived up to the name. She was putting her heart and soul into that. So we'll definitely have to have her back on it sometime too.
What are my opinions on John Kent and Signature King Magic? You know, I don't read the current stuff, so I have no opinion.
I got an
one way
opinion.
or the other.
I like John Kent. I think he's a great character. It's hard living in a shadow when your father is Superman and your mother is Lois Lane. I mean, that's a pretty big shadow. I like him a lot. I am also want to say, Olivia, even though you didn't ask on this, they're doing Superboy Prime in the current story arc of Superman. I am loving that. And that was recommended to me by a few people. I am loving that book and the humor that's in that book. Loving it. SK?
I've been thumbing through that book, but I've enjoyed what I've read so far. But John Kent is a character. I agree. That's tough parents to grow up with. A Pulitzer Prize winning journalist and Superman. So
yeah,
where do you find your stride?
It's going to be a tough road.
Yeah. And also, I did a quick little search right here because Olivia was asking about an omnibus that would have the story that we covered tonight. I've only looked on Amazon real quick. There is one. It's the JLA by Mark Waid omnibus. That's what you want. I haven't price compared around. It is in print. The MSR on that was... No, actually, I take it back. It isn't out yet. It's about to come out. October 6, 2026, it comes out with an MSR of $175. So Amazon's got it a little bit lower than that right now, but it is coming.
Cool. Can I find those other stories you showed in your book show, or do I have to get? Are they in an omnibus somewhere, or of the
these ones?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, you could get them online
cheaper,
really cheap.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're not expensive books in any way.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah. Nor were the stories that we read tonight expensive books, which goes to show just because. I mean, this would be a minor key because it's her first appearance, but comic books can be great if they're not keys. Everyone gets caught up sometime, and it's got to be a key. Sometimes key issues suck, and sometimes there's comic books that aren't key issues that are fantastic.
Absolutely.
Buy what you enjoy, and then you're doing it right.
Yeah.
So, anything else anyone wants to say, or are we jumping off our soapbox tonight?
I was able to make the back wall here a little bit more festive for...
Look at
Look at that.
Yeah. It's pretty
nice.
Cool. Red, white, and blue.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Oh, God. What a room, Tony. Jeez.
And I'm changing again.
With jealousy.
Changing it again. Yeah. It's going to look even cooler coming up. So stay tuned.
Well, and you change those prints behind you all the time, and
I do. I try to keep up on it. So
nice
these are
gallery.
all from 2 out of these. The Dark Knights and the Death Metal and the Dark Knights of Steel are both AOKs from Mr. Lasso. So
he gives posters that other people put on the wall. He receives prints that he will not put on his wall.
I can only give him the print. That's all I
know.
can do.
It's signed. I've given you signed prints.
Okay, follow this logic.
Okay.
If he wants to move in a few months, which he does,
yeah,
this isn't the time to put stuff on the wall. This is the
True.
time. But when he gets moved, he's all in.
Okay. All right. That I cannot wait to see your Galleria when
Thank you.
Finally hits.
Olivia was asking for absolute Wonder Woman. Dude.
Oh yeah.
It's cool.
So SK.
All three of them. Yes, sir.
I got an autograph of from Hayden Sherman at Heroes Con, who is the absolute Wonder Woman artist.
That's cool. I have not had the pleasure to meet him yet, so looking forward to that.
And Joel, I love Dark Knights of Steel as well. There's a sequel coming. So Shabab, do you like medieval? Like, does any this was so recommended to me, and I thought, I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. Oh my gosh, was it
okay?
Good? Like,
it was good.
I was like literally had to stop myself from binging it all at once because I wanted to enjoy what I was consuming.
You know, it's some of that stuff I like to watch it on TV or in movies. I don't necessarily like to read it.
Okay.
So but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. So 12 issues.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. You guys have been watching the greatest DC comic show on YouTube called Fanboys Live and the Retro Review. Happy 5th of July. Thank you for joining us. If you watched on the rewind, thank you so much for making it all the way to the end. Live chat, never let us down. You guys are awesome. We love you.
Terrific.
And we look forward to hanging out again with you next week with Daryl Young Designs as our special guest. Yes, I did see that. That's pretty awesome. Thank you guys. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.